Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afikir from bin Surya Gunawan, and my number matrix is 01202502037. Today, I'll be presenting Airbnb Incorporated, the Malaysian context for service marketing. Let's begin. The introduction. Airbnb is a global platform that connects hosts and guests for short term stays and experiences. In Malaysia, it has grown quickly and plays an important role in the tourism and accommodation industry. This presentation applies service marketing concepts to Airbnb Malaysia, and it will cover the seven P's, the consumer decision making process, and finally, the customer analysis to understand how Airbnb meets customer needs and builds its position in the Malaysian market. Now, for the next slide. The background of Airbnb. Airbnb was founded in 2008 in San Francisco by Brian Chesky, Joe Gebbia, and Nathan Blechavsky. It started when the founders rented out air mattresses in their apartments to earn extra income during a design conference. This idea grew rapidly into an online platform that now allows people to list, discover, and book unique accommodations around the world. Over the years, Airbnb has expanded globally and is now present in over 220 countries and regions, becoming one of the leading platforms in the travel and hospitality industry. Now, let's start off with the first one, which is the Airbnb 7 Ps. They are product, price, place, promotions, people, process, and finally physical evidence. We're going to go by them step by step. Let's begin. Now, for product and price, the product, it's basically where it's a digital platform connecting hosts and guests worldwide. Airbnb also has a wide range of listings, which includes apartments, villas, heritage homes, and unique stays. Remember, this is the context for the Malaysian market. Next is includes Airbnb experiences, tours, cooking classes, and cultural activities. And the next one is focus on convenience, variety, personalization, and trust through reviews. Now, for price, dynamic pricing model. Airbnb hosts set prices based on demand, season, and location. They also have charges service fees, which are basically targeted to both the guests and the host. Last one is seasonal pricing during peak travel periods and local events. So usually discounts offered for long-term stays and early bookings. Next, place and promotion. For place, well, it's a 100% digital platform. They use a website and a mobile app. Next is accessible. It's accessible over 220 countries, which includes, of course, Malaysia. It has easy navigation with maps, filters, and search tools. And of course, it shows global reach and 24/7 availability for both host and guests. For promotions, strong digital marketing strategy, which is in the form of social media, SEO, and email campaigns. The next one is seasonal promotions and collaborations with influencers. Seasonal promotions, as you know, is like, for example, they may have promotion for Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, and such. And of course, influencers, they might cooperate and do joint partnerships with influencers, they'll promote the product. Next is a global brand slogan. Now, with any big brand, of course, they would need a recognizable brand slogan. For Airbnb, it's belong anywhere. Next is strategic partnership with tourism boards and local communities to increase visibility and trust. Lastly, promotion methods align with Airbnb's focus on brand image, trust, and user engagement. Now, for the people, process, and physical evidence. The people, of course, they are the hosts, who who are the people who have the places for to rent to the guests. Now, for the guests, of course, it's the people who pay to the host and everything. And of course, the Airbnb support teams form the core service interaction. So let's say anything happens, usually either from the host or guest side, they will contact this team to help them. Next is, of course, the host provides hospitality, maintains properties, and communicates with guests. That's their role. Next is the customer support, which assists with issues, cancellations, and problem resolutions. And lastly, trust is built through reviews, ratings, and identity verification. Now for the process. It's fully digital flow, search. Next is booking. After you book, you do a secure payment, you do a bit of communication, you check in, and you stay. After you stay, you check out. Usually you leave a review, and this is for the guests. Next is self-check-in and in-app messaging enhances convenience. And lastly, resolution centers handle disputes fairly and efficiently. As I said before, if there's any issues between the guest or host, they will usually contact it to the team, which is in the form of the resolution center to handle these issues. Now, lastly, is physical evidence. Websites and mobile apps are the main service touchpoints. High quality photos, detailed descriptions, and verified reviews shape user expectations. Property conditions and presentation act as tangible proof of service quality. Next, consumer decision making. There's a decision making in it. Now there's three: pre-purchase, service encounter, and post-purchase. For pre-purchase, let me just explain it real quick. Customers search and compare listings using filters, photos, maps, and reviews. AI and recommendation tools help users find suitable stays faster. Seasonal trends, i.e., holidays, events, influence timing and pricing of bookings. Now, for service encounter, booking confirmations, and in app communication with hosts, self check in and flexible arrival options improve convenience, and hosts often add a personal touch through hospitality and local tips. Now, for the post purchase, guests leave reviews and ratings influencing future bookings. Words of mouth and repeat usage are key parts of Airbnb's growth. Reviews are basically to improve platform trust and visibility for hosts. Next, customer analysis. Now, we're going to have segments, behavior expectations, and lastly trends. For the segments, there are obviously four. You have tourists, which are the international visitors seeking unique, affordable stays, domestic travelers, which are also tourists, but this is of course domestic within the country, short trips, usually have staycations, and festive holidays. As I said before, Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, Deepavali are just some. Next is business travelers. They of course need convenience and good facilities. And lastly, long stay guests, usually students, digital nomads, and remote workers. Next is behavior and expectation. Price sensitive, rely on reviews and filters, prefer mobile apps for bookings, expect them expecting clean spaces, accurate info, smooth check-in, and good communication. These are just some of the expectations and behaviors obviously expected. Next is the trends, which is growth in domestic travel, rising demand for unique stays, and lastly, heavy use of digital tools and peer reviews. Next. Now we enter the conclusion. Airbnb Malaysia essentially has successfully applied a balance of 7P strategy by synergizing its global technological platform with distinctive local hospitality. This approach provides strong competitive advantage in convenience, variety, and trust, serving a broad customer base effectively. However, future growth is contingent upon proactively addressing the core challenge of ensuring consistent quality and high service standards across its vast decentralized host network, especially as a domestic travel trends evolve. Now, this is all. This is the references, of course, and thank you. All right.